Hello and welcome to Animal Based in Your Face with Scott and Pam. Today we're going to talk about what the Animal Based Diet is and what our channel name, Animal Based in Your Face, means. Basically, our channel name, Animal Based in Your Face, is the Animal Based Diet in your face. In your pie hole, a food in your face, delicious, you want to eat it, because it's animal-based and it's good for you. We usually do recipes on this channel. I just want to take a minute to explain the animal-based diet to some of the newcomers to our channel that have subscribed. Also want to let you know that we have a private Facebook group called Animal Based in Your Face Tribe. We'd be happy to have you join there and get more information from us from that social media site. So back to animal-based diet. The animal-based diet is a ketogenic diet. It's part of the carnivore subset of the ketogenic diet. And let me just kind of explain how all this works. It doesn't go together like you would think it would, because you would think animal-based is animal-based foods that are all based off of animals. But what it really is talking about is the base of the diet is animal and animal product. And then you have fruits, and you have some honey and maple syrup. You've got dairy, products like that come from an animal. So the animal-based diet has a little more variety, I guess you'd say, than the strict carnivore diet. And it's a great diet for people who want to go into the carnivore diet from the standard American diet, or people who are in the carnivore diet already and they want a little more variety with their foods. Now, as far as the carnivore diet, if you start at the top, the most restrictive diet, you've got the lion diet. The lion diet is going to be only consuming ruminant animals. Their organs, their meat, their fat, and salt and water. It's a very restrictive diet. Now, for people that are very unhealthy, type 2 diabetes, Crohn's disease, really bad irritable bowel syndrome, things of that nature, horrible allergies, someone that has horrible eczema, that's a great diet for you to get on, because you basically eliminate any source of any kind of food that could cause you an allergen. Besides the people that, maybe that have been bitten by the tick and have, alpha gout and they can't eat meat. Pretty much it's going to eliminate everything that would cause you to have the irritable bowel syndrome or the psoriasis, things like that. I will give you one tidbit of information on that. I myself am allergic to pork. I was tested twice in my life, 10 years apart, where they jab you with the pin on the back and make the tic-tac-toe all over you, and then they shoot you in the arm with what you are allergic to see if you're still allergic to it. And I was highly allergic to pork. Even eating it, because I love bacon. I love, baby back ribs growing up. If I ate bacon for breakfast one morning and I ate baby back ribs the next day or two for dinner, or even bacon twice, back to back in a day or in 2 days, every morning, I would break out. I would break out in hives. I would itch horribly, but I literally had hives that would pop up on my arms and my chest and my neck. I'm not allergic to pork anymore on this diet. I eat pork every day, pretty much. Sometimes I eat pork twice a day. Me and my wife probably cook and consume 4 to 6 pounds of bacon a week, and we eat that. We eat the bacon for fat. I don't break out. I don't have hives anymore. So it makes you think, A lot of these people out here that have allergies, maybe they're not really allergic to what they're allergic to. I'm sure some people are, because I am allergic to cats as well, and we have a cat. And if I get, around the cat a lot with the cat dander, I do sneeze and I do itch a little bit. So that's going to be there. But as far as consuming a food product that I would break out in hives over, and now I don't. I didn't outgrow it because, I was tested as a young adult and then tested 10 years later as a 30-something year old. So it's not something that I outgrew. I just think that there was something else in my diet that was causing me to be allergic to the pork. So you have the lion diet. Then you come down to the carnivore diet, which a lot of people will call it the beef, bacon, butter, and egg diet, because you eat the animal, the fat, the organs, the animal product that's ketogenic. So what I mean by that is carnivores will eat cheese, they will eat heavy cream, they will eat eggs. They don't drink milk because milk has carbs. Cottage cheese is fine. Sour cream is fine. But when you get into milk, you get into talking, a lot of carbs. Some milks have more carbs than others. The heavy cream actually is the fat part of the milk, and that's why you can consume it. And we actually use a lot of the heavy cream to introduce more fat into our diet. And I'll get into that with the animal-based diet. But the carnivore diet's actually the same. It's mainly fat with protein, and then it's very little carbs as you can possibly eat, because they believe that staying in ketosis, in a ketogenic diet, that it's healthier for you. And I do agree that it is very healthy for you. The problem that I have with the carnivore diet is that it's not sustainable for everyone. Now, I love meat, I love cheese, I love, heavy cream, eggs. I could eat that all day long. But occasionally, I want some variety in my life. I want something a little different. So that's where the animal-based diet becomes important to a lot of people that have the mindset of they need variety in their foods to sustain a lifestyle. And if you cannot sustain a lifestyle and a diet, you're not going to be successful in that diet. Okay, then from the carnivore diet, you have what a lot of people call the dirty carnivore diet or the Ketovore diet. That is where you are on carnivore, but you kind of cheat a little with, maybe tomato sauce and some spices and herbs that are not, that are coming from plants, because remember, the carnivore diet is strictly animal-based. But there are dirty carnivores that kind of cheat a little bit and eat this and that. The Ketovores was kind of coined because that's kind of a blend of keto and carnivore, where you mainly eat meat, but you throw in some of the plants. You throw in the low-carb plants, spinach, broccoli, things like that. Now, the difference between that and the animal-based diet is we follow Paul Saladino's animal-based diet plan. Paul Saladino is one of the founding doctors that kind of founded the new animal-based diet. There's a lot of doctors out there on YouTube. I really hope that you go out and search for these guys and you just listen to some of their videos, watch them. They're so informative. they are really pushing the mainstream of how everything is wrong in this world as far as our diet. How we've all been lied to, how we all have been conned into this mindset of we should eat this and not that, and it's all just a big scam. It really is. Dr. Ken Berry is a great person to go out and watch. Like I said, Dr. Paul Saladino, Dr. Anthony Chafee, Dr. Kiltz, and there's tons more. Those are probably 4 of the big ones that we follow. Now, the reason why we like Dr. Paul Saladino is because he is very methodical about his research. Ken Berry is as well, but Paul has kind of merged into the animal-based platform. He was strictly carnivore for a very long time. He actually went up against the establishment, and they tried to make a mockery out of him, and he's been blackballed in different places, and they continue to try to do that, actually for all these doctors, because they're trying to tell the truth and get the truth out there. But what I like about him is that he has the mindset to evolve. Basically, he's not stuck in this little sector of, I'm going to do this, and nothing that you tell me, even if you prove to me it's right, I'm going to change. No, the man looks at things, he continuously reads research, and he evolves. Now, what he found was that being in ketosis is good for you to a certain point. He lost weight on a ketogenic diet that was carnivore. It cured a lot of his problems that he had, but then he started having some other problems because he was on strict carnivore. So he started introducing some fruits and different things that he studied from other cultures that have been around for hundreds and hundreds of years that are not in society. They don't have as much communication with the outside world. These are African tribes and different tribes around the world that have been eating strictly meat and some fruits and honey. And that's how he kind of got on the honey kick. And he found that these tribes don't have any kind of diseases that we have here in the U.S. or even other parts of the world. So he started researching into that, and he's kind of developed his diet. He wrote a book called The Carnivore Code. There's some different fruits, some tubers and things like that in there that he believes is okay to eat. And the reason why we don't eat plants, and I know that's shocking for a lot of people, Dr. Anthony Chafee has a great video on plants are out to kill you, or plants are going to kill you, or something like that. And it's because of, if you ever took a course in college about plants and the structure and how plants survive and what they're made of, they have defense mechanisms just like us. And his Dr. Anthony Chafee's professor was like, I don't feed my kids plants. I don't eat plants because plants are out to kill you. So that's kind of how he coined that phrase. But I'm not a scientist. I think I'm methodical as far as the way that I think. I'm critical as far as the way I think. I don't just fall into rank and line with everything that comes down the pipe. So I have to study it. My wife will attest that I'll get on my phone and I'll research things, and I'll read all these medical reports and different research reports. And really, there's some stuff in there I don't really understand what certain things are, but they're not that hard to read and understand. Most of them have an English objective and an English outcome that's in everyday, common language. It's not like it's some crazy doctor language. And if you just research some of this stuff, you'll find that these guys are right. These guys are on point. All of their research is, it's there. And that's one thing that I like about both Dr. Ken Berry and Paul Saladino is they just don't talk and give you an opinion. They actually put down in the comments the links to these research papers that are on the public med that all doctors have, access to. But doctors just don't have the time to, read all these. I mean, you've got a doctor that you go see and he's seeing, 40 patients a day, and he's under the thumb of the insurance company, get him in, get him out. He don't have time. He's tired when he goes home. He don't have time to read these research papers. So he's going by what he learned, 20, 30, 40 years ago in medical school, and he's just doing the best he can for you. So really, you have to take it on yourself to do your own research for your own health. We're just here to try to help. And I'm going to say that I'm not going to go into a lot of detailed information because you can go watch all of this on any of these doctors' YouTube videos, and they go into super detailed information of why plants are bad for you, why seed oils are bad for you. So go watch their videos. So what I'm going to tell you is we don't eat plants. We eat some of the fruits of the plants because they're the least toxic. There's some seasonings that we use because they're the least toxic. We don't use some seasonings because they're very toxic. We ate spinach and broccoli all the time with chicken breast because we thought, hey, we're being healthy. We're eating low fat, low carb, spinach and broccoli. Well, we were wrong. Spinach and broccoli is not good for you. Matter of fact, spinach has so many thousand oxalates in it that your body, there's no way your body can even get rid of it. Your body can't even think of what to do with all the oxalates that's in a bowl of spinach for a salad. And so it stores it in your joints and you get achy joints, and that's what happens. Go look at some of their YouTube videos and you'll find out real quick what all the things are about oxalates. So the animal-based diet, basically it's animal-based foods with some fruits, honey, and maple syrup for your sugar. The diet basically consists of 50% fat, 30% protein, and 20% carbs. Now, if you're trying to lose weight, then you need to go to a 70% fat and a 30% protein and as zero carbs as you can. And that's where you would omit honey and maple syrup. And I would suggest that you break it up, that you do a few days of, no maple syrup, no honey at all, and then one day introduce it, and then break it up. And try to change your routine up to where you're not eating the same thing every day. You're not basically eating breakfast at the same time and lunch at the same time. I know some people can't do that. And it's not even wrong if you want to do some fasting in between. If you want to fast through a lunch or fast through breakfast, if you can stand to fast, and fasting for people that come straight off of the standard American diet is hard. Sometimes you'll get a little lightheaded, things like that. But, the whole thing of breaking it up and randomizing it, it shocks your body and it keeps your body on its toes. It keeps your body basically not storing fat, not trying to store water. Because when you're on a ketogenic diet of carnivore or animal-based, you're basically shedding the water out of your body because you don't have the carbs that are in your body. Now, when I go back to Paul Saladino, how he eats some fruits and honey and maple syrup, the man is fit, he's in shape, he doesn't need to lose any weight, he surfs for 3 hours a day, he's basically a professional athlete. Now, if you're in good shape and you run or you work out and whatever, if you do a lot of physical activity, then yes, you probably would benefit from having a few carbs from natural, non-toxic, or as low toxicity foods as you can. Now, there's nothing that you have to have in your diet besides animal product. Matter of fact, you can eat a cow. If you eat the organs and the meat and the fat, water and salt, you don't need anything else. Your body doesn't need carbs. But if you're a professional athlete and you're exerting a lot of energy every day working out, carbs are going to benefit you in a few key ways. But if you're like me and my wife, we have jobs where we're a little physical, but we're not, going out and working out 3 hours a day, and we're trying to lose some weight and become healthier because we got tired and we just couldn't figure out why we're eating healthy and we're tired. Well, it's because we were eating the wrong foods. This is the diet for you. And you want to stay with the animal-based diet until you get to the point where you think, I can go a little carnivore, and then come back to the animal-based diet. You just have to play with the two types of diets. But for variety, this is where you want to be. You want to lose weight? You will lose weight on this diet. You can't eat honey and maple syrup every single day on this diet and lose weight. You can't eat, fruits like oranges and apples every single day and lose weight. But there is some opportunity to eat those things occasionally on this diet plan that will shed your body of the bad toxins that you have been eating your whole life. And it's just unreal. It just shocks me that we eat the way that we eat in the American standard diet. But now we're eating clean. Now we're eating better. The animal-based way is the way. So, as far as the foods that you can eat, we make recipes on this channel. If you haven't subscribed and clicked the bell for notifications, please do that. Go look at our channel. We come up with new recipes all the time. Basically, we try to take the list of foods that we can eat on this diet and make them into a very pleasing and appetizing meal. There are, things that you're going to come across starting this diet, and I will make a separate video on that as far as some of the side effects. They are mild, but there are some mild side effects that you could have coming from the standard American diet to the animal-based or even carnivore diet. And also, I just want y'all to know that we are here to help. Join our Facebook group. We're just trying to spread the word and try to, tell people what we have found out as far as the things that have made us healthier, made us feel better, give us more energy, the things that we've learned, and just the way of eating healthier. Thank you for watching. Check us out on our other social media sites. Like I said, at Facebook, Animal Based in Your Face Tribe. And we'll talk to you later.